So we need to find the inverse function for this function for a domain restricted to monotonically increasing function. So first we find in which domain it's monotonically increasing. So we do dy over dx and greater than 0. So if we do that, it becomes minus 2x greater than 0. So x is less than 0. So in this domain, when s is negative, the function is monotonically increasing. So we need to find the inverse function. So what we do, what should happen is our inverse function's range should have this thing. So y should be less than 0, but let's see what happens there. So x 1 minus y square, we interchange x and y, and then y square is equal to 1 minus x. So y is equal to plus minus 1 minus x. So we take here the negative sign because our x is negative. So we want monotonically increasing, so y will be negative as well, because only then x will be it will be a monotonically increasing. So what we see here is in this one we need to find the domain, and when we look at the domain we see that x has to be negative 1 or x has to be 1 or less than that, because when x is 1 it becomes 0, and when x is less than 1, so 1 minus that, so basically x cannot be more than 1. So domain is x less than 1 equals to 0. And when we look at range, we of course see that this one, when x is equal to 1, this one becomes 0, and everywhere else it will become less than 0 because this is negative there. So this is our range, and what we see is what was domain for the original function. This was the domain in the restricted case. This was the domain, and our inverse function has the same range, just x y interchange, because that's what happens with inverse function.